Can you hear me? Oh, gosh. Have a seat. Have a seat.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us today. Let's have another round of applause for John Carpenter.
How many people here are local from Pasadena? All right. How many people are from Los Angeles? All right. How many people are from outside of Los Angeles? How many people I recognize this band here? Why are you up here with me? Get up here. Ladies and gentlemen, Malika Kai. Sit down, sit down. Sit down, Mel. Malik took over from his dad, Mustafa, and has carried the Halloween franchise ever since. Sort of. So how many people are from outside the United States? Wow. 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 Anybody from England?
Yes!
Oh, wow. Ireland? Yeah. Let me think. New York. That's.
Canada.
Texas.
LA boy. Wow.
Depends who you ask.
So, what did you guys have any questions for us? We have nobody to ask us questions.
I'll just let you know, Nick's on his way. Nick Castle.
Nick Castle. Yeah. Michael Myers himself, the Shake.
If you want, I can take the mic out for you guys for questions.
Sure, that'll be good.
What are you gonna do? Walk the audience?
I can walk the audience.
We're going to start. This is the opening act. We're doing a little bit of comedy first. Thank you all for coming to this wonderful, wonderful event. Look at the crowd here. Wow. All for me. So wait a minute, I'm going to sit down because I'm old. Here we go. So we're going to have some fun today. First of all, we're going to spend a lot of time with your questions and statements and threats to John Carpenter and Malik.
Don't encourage that.
What's that?
Don't encourage that.
Don't encourage that. That's true. Yeah, we don't want to do that. There may be some literal people out there.
Why don't you tell the audience how you and I know each other?
Wow, that's a good start because it's both a Nick Castle and John Carpenter story. In the fall of 1967, 68, we met at an Ivy League school called the University of Southern California. Right here not too far away. Here. I had to come all the way from Westwood, California. He had to come from Kentucky. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Hey, Bowling Green. And we both were students at the film school there. And of course, you know, you start off and you just meet each other and you have fun and you do these little pictures. John and I eventually decided, well, let's make an Academy Award-winning short, which we did, called The Resurrection of Bronco Billy, along with two other classmates. Got the award, literally got an award out of film school. It was the first time that had ever been done by students. So in 1970. So that's where we met. We did projects together. We wrote songs together for our movies. John, what's the first movie you did? Do you remember what you did in film school?
I did a movie called Lady Madonna.
Lady Madonna. And what was that about?
What was what?
What was that about?
It was about bullshit is what it was about. No good. It was no good. Now you're really hamming it up here, dude. Really. Nick and I have known each other for a long time. He co-wrote Escape from New York with me. And we were gonna make Halloween, and I asked him to play the Shape.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history, as you know. Now, any questions from the audience? Because we have nothing.
Yeah, let's go.
I want to tell a really quick story, and I'm not saying up here because this is about these legends, but there was a time on Halloween 2 I met you briefly, and then later on we were both getting kind of screwed on the first movie, and it somehow I wrangled it out of that situation, and Biggie Smalls wanted to do a sample of John's great soundtrack, and I said, I can't do this without talking with the man, and is it okay with him? I call him up, and he immediately could tell I was nervous. He's like, Malik, you sound nervous. I said, yeah, I'm talking to my idol. Anyway.
That's such bullshit. I've never heard this story.
Swear to God.
Biggie Smalls.
And I said,
I never got a dime from this.
you
Not a dime.
certainly did. And he said to me, he said, are they sending a check? I said, yeah, quite a big one. He said, do it.
Malika Todd, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I have a question for you three girls in the front row, right over there. Where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
Wow, whereabouts?
Ocala.
Ocala, Florida. We know there's a show there, right?
Ocala.
Spookala, yeah.
It's in Tampa this year, though.
And I'll be there.
I will too.
What about you?
San Diego.
Wow. Oh, very good, very good. And here comes Nancy Loomis from
Nancy
Let's see. That's a good question, though. You know, I've met people from. Yell out. Who's been here from the furthest away? I know there was South Korea. Right there.
Wow.
Australia. Who's Australia? Back there. New Zealand. Okay. Germany. Anybody from Germany or France? Argentina. A lot of people from Britain, right? Yeah, there you go. So, and that's not even, Florida is pretty far away when you think about that as well. But it's amazing the family that this brings together, right? International. So, do we have a question?
We've got a question.
Well, first off, I wanted to say to Nancy, from a fellow CPP graduate, go Broncos, and then go Broncos. I'm from CPP, go Broncos. Yeah. Anyway, my question is for John. He's spoken about how Rio Bravo was a huge influence on Assault on Precinct 13, and I was wondering if there were any films from the golden age of Hollywood, not even necessarily horror, that influenced him while he was making Halloween.
That did what with Halloween? I can't tell what you're saying.
Influenced what you did
Influenced
with
it.
Halloween. It doesn't necessarily have to be horror.
Not that I can remember. I remember there was a movie called, what was it? The Innocents had a shot in it that inspired me, but that was it. That was from the 60s. Sorry. However, in Assault on Precinct 13, here's another thespian right next to me, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
I'm sorry I didn't hear that you were from Cal Poly. But Cal Poly is awesome.
That's right.
Is that right? Wow. Is that right?
So John, did the shot from the Hitchcock picture that did the long shot, did that influence the first shot in Halloween? You know, A Touch of Evil.
I don't know. I don't remember. It might have. It might have.
It might have.
Yeah. It might have.
It was kind of a show-off shot.
Yes, thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Now, you know, Nick is a big-time director in his own right. Have you guys ever heard of The Last Starfighter? Woo! Have you ever heard of Major Payne?
Yeah!
He's big time. So, any other questions for us, guys?
I was going to ask one if I could. Can you talk about any stories that you have of working with Deborah Hill on this film?
We're not being able to. There's a giant echo in here. Can you slow it down?
Sure. Can you talk about working with Deborah Hill on the film and any stories that you can share about working with her?
Well, Deborah was my script supervisor on Assault on Precinct 13, and then she became a producer. She co-wrote the script with me. We worked very closely together. And I'm very, very proud of what she did. She was a female producer in an era when there weren't any. So she was terrific. She did, yes, she did. Hi guys over there, what's happening?
So when we wrote together for Escape from New York, we would sit around, come up with ideas. He already had the first draft of the script, and then he'd go along and go type it up. With you and Deborah, how did that work? Was it the same dynamic? You guys would get together in a room, come up with ideas, and then you would go and do the...
Yes, that's the same exact thing.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick supposedly wrote part of Escape from New York. Supposedly. He's a great writer and a great director. And I just saw something of yours on Turner Classic Movies, Tap. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
They don't have tap dancing conventions quite like this, do they?
Yeah, it was good. Thank you. All right, anybody else?
Got another one right here.
My question is for John. My question is for you is, how tight was the budget for the original Halloween?
How tight was it? 300 and some odd thousand. And a lot of that was for Donald Pleasance.
And I had one over here. Oh, you go.
Well, first of all, thank you, John, for coming. We're all. This is awesome. Obviously, as a big fan of the Halloween franchise, I wanted to know, if you could share some ideas or how you created this character, along with Nick. Ideas of the performance, the movement that you did in the first movie. This iconic character that lived throughout the whole franchise. And as we were listening to some other actors that were playing also Michael Myers, they were all saying that they saw you, this iconic character, doing same movements and things like that. So I wanted to know if it was improvisation, it was ideas that you brought us in the character. Thank you.
I think I understood you. In most monster movies, the bad guy, the monster, walks like a monster, And I made Nick walk just like a normal person, just walk. He was very still. He would watch from a distance. Because Michael Myers' character is not exactly a character. He's somewhere in between human and supernatural. So hi Derek. Hi, sweetie.
Oh, I waited my turn. You go.
No, I'm sorry. That's okay. It's all right. So that was it. Just be still. And but Nick had a natural grace to his walk, which he's since lost completely.
That's true. Very true.
What's up, my young lady?
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. Is there still an echo, or is it okay?
What's that? You're good.
Okay. So you were talking about going to film school. I'm in film school right now, and I make horror movies. And when I talk about that, everybody's eyes kind of glaze over. But I think horror is so important. And I wanted to ask you what you wish people understood about horror, or why the genre of horror is so misunderstood.
First of all, where do you go to film school?
UCLA.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's good.
I know you're USC, so I just.
Well, horror has been with cinema ever since the beginning. And every generation comes along and reinvents it. Look at Jordan Peele, right? Is that his name? The UFO guy? Look at his works. So he's taken it and taken it to another place. And that's what I expect you to do. And you're going to invite me to the screening of your first movie, okay? All right.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Lee Wallace. Glad you could come, my friend. I was making money. I understand. Now, on the stage here, you have the Coupe de Villes. Ladies. I've known Tommy since I was in high school and you were in high school.
We'd known each other before that, but he was a year older, and you know what that's like when you're like 12 years old.
You were a punk.
Passing each other in the hall. We had a little tiny school, kindergarten through 12th grade, and we both went there the whole damn time. But we didn't become tight until teenage years. Mainly the British invasion did it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I see some more people want to ask questions.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Just want you to stop right there.
This is for Mr. Carpenter.
Slowly.
This is for Mr. Carpenter. I'm a filmmaker as well. Thank you, creating the original Halloween. What was it like to work on the music for the new Halloween films?
What was it like?
Yeah, the experience.
They paid us. It was fabulous.
Woo!
God, you accepted that answer. That's unbelievable.
You don't have to stand one more. That's right. Just slowly. Yeah.
Where's
Okay.
I don't know. Where's everybody else? Why haven't you brought everybody else here?
Well, they said it would be just you and me. Now these interlopers.
We should have PJ.
Calling PJ Souls.
Can somebody over there round up PJ, please? Bring her over here. Thank you, doll. Is that right?
Next question.
Come on.
Hi, sorry, I'm shaking. I just wanted to say, just as a comment generally, I'm a huge fan. I grew up with Halloween. My family is a huge fan. They couldn't come here today, and then I'm a huge fan of The Thing as well. You can see I'm dressed up as Clark. I just wanted to say, I'm glad that Tommy Lee Wallace came for this question as well. I wanted to ask, since Halloween was meant to be an anthology film, was there any plans aside from Season of the Witch? Like, was there any scripts, any even just ideas about what would happen next?
Go ahead, yours.
We never quite got that far. Halloween 3 was perceived at the time as a failure, and the appetite for an anthology kind of went away. It's still a bajillion-dollar idea, so if you've got a lot of money, let's talk.
I'm in art school too, I can't.
Where are you from?
I'm a Riverside area. You wouldn't know the town though.
Speak of it.
I'm in Canyon Lake, Menifee area. Basically the Midwest of California, you know.
How old were you when you saw Halloween?
Oh God, 14, I think. I don't know.
How old?
I think 14, yeah.
You're too young. What's wrong with your parents?
It's a good movie.
Thanks, Don.
I found now from this convention the record youngest person that said they saw Halloween. Before it was like 5 years old. Someone came up to me, you may be here, and stand up and say, 3 months old. I was 3. I said, no one remembers anything at 3 months. He said, I do. Where are you? Oh, he's not there. Where?
Yes, sir.
Well, John, Tommy, Nancy, Nick, and even Malik, I just first wanted to say thank you guys for making what this franchise is today. And I didn't think I'd be standing here talking to you guys today, so thank you. But as somebody who got inspired by Halloween, it inspired me to get into film myself and pursue acting. But I guess I wanted to ask you, did you, from the start that Halloween 1978 began filming, did you guys foresee that it would span into a major franchise and become what it is today, bringing all these
we
supportive
knew all
fans?
Had no clue. No clue. No clue. We didn't know what was going to happen. We just wanted to make a movie. And I think... PJ Soul, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's all.
And John Michael Brown.
Woo!
And if you have questions, feel free to come through the lineup back here, and we'll hopefully be able to get to you.
We're having a tough time understanding you guys.
The acoustics are weird in here, so it all sounds like you're speaking Russian.
Hey,
So,
how about trying without a mic? Just really loud, that's all. Try it. Thanks for having us here. We had one. Tommy worked on it with me, called El Diablo. Made as a TV movie, and made another one when I wrote for John Wayne. It got made as Blood River, and no one's ever heard of those. And if anybody wants to hire me to produce, if you've got a bunch of money, I'll do it. No problem. No problem whatsoever.
I would submit that Big Trouble in Little China is a Western of sorts. John, It actually started out life as a Western, didn't it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Let's just have one segue here because it's the idea that John might actually direct again is confirmed in the fact that he has a new TV series coming out. John, tell us, what's that called and when does it come out? He directed the first episode.
Why do you bring this up?
Well, I thought I'd share it with you.
Yeah, there's this TV deal I did, and it's interesting. It was remote directing. I was in my front room, and the cast and crew was in Prague.
Whoa.
But I had it hooked up to my television. I could see through the camera, through my TV set, and I talked to everybody through a laptop, and it went great. 5-day shoot. Wow. Yeah, yeah. I woke up, fell out of bed, grabbed some coffee. Action. That was it.
Well, that's one of your rules. Never leave the house unless you have to. I remember you told me that.
You know it. PJ has one of my rules for living successful. Do you guys know what they are? I bet you don't.
Well, that was the first one. I think you said don't ever eat fish.
Yeah, that's it. Don't ever leave the house unless absolutely necessary. Don't eat fish. Don't travel south of the border. You'll be fine.
Don't try to what?
Don't travel south of the border.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wait a minute. You produced a movie called...
I wasn't there.
Called Vampires Los Muertos. You sent me down there.
I know.
Those are John's rules, not your rules.
Oh, man.
That's okay. Nobody ever saw that.
Yeah. Bon Jovi, wasn't it? Bon Jovi was in that.
Oh, really?
And that kid is a big star. What was
Yeah, Diego Luna.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, big deal. Oh, and of course, all of Nick's casts have become big. Nick Castle is one of the great directors.
Of all time?
That's it. That's it. Can you, Nancy, tell us a little bit about teaching and what do you teach? Please.
Yeah, I teach academic classes primarily in the theater department at Cal Poly Pomona, and this is going on my 14th year of teaching.
Woo!
Do your students know who you are?
What?
Do your students know who you are?
Some of them, yeah, I think they do. But I don't let them. We don't talk about me in class.
Why not?
Because there's so much else to know about.
Well said.
But yeah, I just got a raise, which is really great.
Woo!
Citizens of California, thank you. Your tax dollars are going to a really good cause. But I love teaching, and I love the students so much, and it really keeps me going. So I'm really not interested in retiring right now. And the field just gets more and more exciting. So I teach text analysis and introduction to theater and all these classes that other people in the theater department don't really want to teach. But for some reason, I'm interested in theater history and courses like that. So.
Now, a while ago, you claimed that Halloween was made by a patriarch. I want you to explain that, because I'm a member of that patriarchy, young lady.
You're a member of the Directors Guild, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And how many women are in the Directors Guild? And They're a lot more thanks to Deborah Hill. How about Greta Gerwig? How about Barbie? I mean, we've
one movie in the world is
right.
by a woman.
Right, but 45 years ago, John, it does take a while. It does take a while, I grant you that. And it's going to take a whole nother while and a few more generations of fearlessness and, empowerment before we're, maybe on a par. But thank you for that question.
Nancy, while Nancy's near the microphone, I'll steer this back to Halloween by asking her if she remembers the night we shot the old house and the big one shot at the beginning and all that. Because I'll tell a little secret. We were so exhausted after we finished. We were both deeply involved in this movie, as you can imagine, on several different levels. We just went upstairs and crashed in that little bed and spent the night. Didn't go home until the next day.
Wow.
Well, you were married.
Oh, I should explain. We were going together at the time. Eventually got married and had 2 great children and are still friends, I'm happy to say.
So PJ at the time was big time. She'd been at Carrie.
Woo!
She was a Hollywood actress without. But as you can see, we all had a pretty good time on Halloween together. And that was the big thing. We had a blast, actually. And that was the most fun I've ever had directing or making a movie, ever. And it was awesome. Yeah, it got worse from there. Brother. Anyway, other questions from the audience? Absolutely. Thank you. A fun little anecdote. Well, I sent him up to San Francisco to shoot Second Unit. That was fun for me. I didn't have to go up there.
It was actually fun for me too. Just to back up a step, I want to compliment you, John, on you were hitting your stride that was your 3rd feature Halloween, and you were getting into your own style, and you ran a fun set. You were easy and loose and fun to work with.
Well, thank you very much. Hey man, what's up? Thank you. Do you know who the guy on the end is? Yeah. Huh?
You had no idea I was a legend.
Bob, he's Bob.
Still waiting for my beer.
Sorry, young man, go ahead. What do you want to do? Anything. Oh, well. Hone it down, young man. Figure out what it is you really want. Most of all, do you want to direct? Do you want to write? Do you want to act? What do you want to do? And then once you have it, go right at it real hard, okay? But learn your craft, no matter what. Do you have any suggestions?
Read a lot of books, go to a lot of plays, get ready, and if you're serious about it, be ready to load Cokes into coolers for a little while. Get to know some people that make movies. That's one way.
Oh, hey man, what's up? What's happening?
What is that?
This is it.
What, we're having trouble now.
Yeah, speak up just a little more.
Oh, Coupe de Ville.
Coupe de Ville reunion?
Woo! Well, you guys just took your cover shot in the photo op.
Well,
we got our album cover already.
Gee, I don't know about that.
We don't rehearse very often.
You know, we've been talking about, and it's just talk, but is re-recording our album now. Waiting to be 80, we'll be calling it. Because we're all old. But I don't think we'll be singing now, if that's what you're looking for.
There's always AI. Just kidding.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, didn't ABBA do something like that? Where
Yes,
they
as a matter of fact, yes. And they have computers that make them look young.
That's what we need.
That's all I meant.
But you know, their voices are exactly the way they were. They have written some, and their songs are. Have you guys heard the album, new ABBA album? Oh, what's wrong with you? It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Have you heard these?
ABBA? What's ABBA?
Oh, look at it.
Yes, wrong.
I'm not talking to you anymore, pal. All right, what's next? Now, I want all of you to go out and buy my new album, John Carpenter's Anthology 2.
Woo!
On sale soon. I will take your money now. If you want. Yes, there will be albums coming. Yes, we will. Yeah.
Not telling you.
So listen, we're getting tired up here. I'm tired because I'm old. I want to thank Malika Cod for having us over here this weekend.
Woo!
And we've had a blast. You guys want to say anything? Anything final?
Thank you for coming, and we really enjoy being here as much as you enjoy coming, and it's so wonderful that you keep the legacy of Halloween alive and well.
Yeah, so we're going to take off. Thank you.